Targeting, Chapter 11, the government wants to try to find ways to restrict transfers to the low earning ability individuals, but it cannot observe earnings ability. It has to design programs so that individuals self select appropriately. Number one, change the benefit schedule. Benefits less generous, lower income threshold. For example, lower income threshold, high earning ability individuals may self select away from the program. Negatives, less redistribution for low earners or distort the labor supply decision of the low type. Two, categorical payments transfers are based on inelastic characteristics of individuals. Tagging, for example, single motherhood. Three, impose ordeals. The program includes, for example, work requirements, job training, restrictive in-kind benefits. Problems, how could this hurt low ability individuals? Number four, in-kind beliefs. They can be desirable if they help with targeting. Indicator goods, low earning ability individuals prefer these goods at same level of income. Example 1, Alatas et al. 2009, How to Target the Poor, evidence from a field experiment in Indonesia. Randomized experiment compares three targeting methods: proxy means test, community ranking, and hybrid. Which method targets better based on consumption? Which method targets better based on local welfare measures, and why? Example 2, Alatas et al. 2014, self-targeting evaluates impact of adding an ordeal. You need to apply, wait in line, etc. in order to get screened. Randomized villages into PMTs versus ordeal plus PMTs. What are the findings regarding who shows up to register? What are the findings, the probability of getting benefits? Key result, the rich don't bother to apply. Chapter 12, uh, 12, corruption. Problem, hard to measure corruption, prices, quantities, quality. How do we fight corruption? Top-down monitoring, auditors. Um, as far as a negative, it may not reduce corruption, but transfer it from one actor to the other. A positive, more authority to control. Then there's bottom-up monitoring, community members, positives, better information at the local level, plus more incentives. Negative, people may free ride. Example 1, Olkin, um, JPE 2007, monitoring corruption evidence from a field experiment in Indonesia. It finds that audit interventions top-down reduces theft by 8 percentage points. Why not to more if 100% audit rate? It finds that grassroots monitoring bottom-up, which included invitation to project accountability and comment forms, were less effective. Why? Example 2, Reinicke and Svensson, QJE 2004, capture of school fines, capture of school funds in Uganda. Intervention published the monthly grant amounts to each district in the national newspaper. Bottom up. Two approaches to obtain the causal effect of the newspaper program. Number one, diff and diff approach. Outcome, share of funds received. Treatment, schools that have a head teacher that reports having access to a newspaper. Control, schools that have a head teacher that reports not having access to a newspaper. Before and after the intervention. 2. IV approach. Outcome, share of funds received. X, survey teachers about their knowledge of the grants program. Z, instrument, distance to the nearest newspaper outlet. What conditions the instrument has to satisfy. What do they find using these two approaches? Example 3, Mulralid Haran et al. AER 2016 RCT looking at the introduction of biometric smart cards in India. Implementation not perfect. Intent to treat. What are the findings regarding the time to collect payments and payment delays? What are the findings regarding disbursement and payments? Public service delivery, section 13. How can governments tackle absenteeism among health workers and teachers? Banerjee and Duffalo discussed evidence on strategies to reduce absenteeism from a number of randomized evaluations. Check each of the interventions and results. External control, top-down monitoring, direct monitoring, interpersonal monitoring, performance measures, beneficiary control, bottom-down, local monitoring, community participation, demand-side interventions, incentives to learn, incentives to attend.